inflation
trade.
is trending around 2 and 3%.
Real quick,
since the tariffs went into effect.
Detroit, real quick before we get into that, the stated goal again was to balance trade. Is trade balanced? No. The other stated goal was to onshore manufacturing. Have we seen a boom in manufacturing in the U.S. again? Wrong. And now after both of those goals have failed, now they're walking back those tariffs. So it's been a complete failure on every single aspect.
I don't think it's been a failure. How many trade deals were signed in the last 6 months?
Zero. Zero trade deals. There's been zero trade deals.
Would you like me to go get you the list? I could go get you the list.
Get me the documentation of the trade deals. Saying that I have a 10% tariff on you and you have a 10% tariff on me is not a trade deal.
Then you need no such thing as a fucking trade deal.
Let's see how many have actually been signed.
Capital, there are...
I've never had a trade deal in the last couple of decades.
NAFTA was signed.
Tariffs with us, and we've had tariffs on them
wrong.
at some point or another.
You're wrong. Again, NAFTA was a trade deal, and it was signed by Mexico and Canada. It's not Capital. You have no clue what you're talking about. You don't even know what a trade deal is. So what trade deal was signed in 2016, 2017?
USMCA.
So that is signed. That's on paper. That's an example of an actual trade deal that is signed on paper. Can you point me to the equivalent? It's no pivot. It's no pivot because you can't point out a new trade deal. Point out a trade deal that is point out a trade deal that has been signed in 2025. That is the equivalent of
trade deal. You said
so.
That.
Point. You said that trade deals. You said that trade deals have been signed in 2025. I'm saying point out the equivalent of a trade deal to USMCA that has been signed, and now you're gish galloping because you don't have a single trade deal that's been signed in 2025. That's the point. You don't have a single trade deal.
Give me a second. These things take time. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, because Capital has nothing of value to say. Go ahead, Detroit. And he knows he has nothing of value either. That's the funny part. He knows he has nothing of value to say.
You're an idiot. I've said something.
You're an idiot. Yeah, shut the fuck up, dude.
Wonderful.
You're an idiot. You don't know what a trade deal is. Meanwhile, I pointed out USMCA. You have no clue what USMCA is.
City Corporation. Did you actually have access to their internal documentation? What they told
there is documentation of what USMCA is on paper. There is documentation of what USMCA is on paper. There is evidence that Canada and Mexico agreed to USMCA. You can't point out.
Argentina, a deal with Argentina, Cambodia, Ecuador, El Salvador, the EU, Guatemala, Indonesia, Japan.
Where's the contract? Where's the contract? Where's the contract?
United Kingdom and Vietnam.
Where's the contract?
There's a temporary deal with China.
Detroit. The point is like saying that it is not a contract.
I'm gonna pull them right now.
Show me the contract. Show me the contract.
Hold on.
Why are you engaging with this idiot?
Show me the contract, please. Because Trump
Condem is like this. Condem has always been like this. That's why he gets muted.
To be honest.
Trump repeatedly says, "I have a trade deal." And the trade deal is, I have a 10% tariff on you, and you have a 10% tariff on me.
I asked Philly not to mute him, and he was like,
what a trade deal is.
Give him a chance.
Hold on. Here's the one with Argentina. I'm gonna post all of these. Don't worry.
Show me the documentation.
State of the conversation.
It's all here.
Like, go back and tell Filthy you were wrong.
So a PowerPoint is a trade agreement.
I'm gonna pull. Which one? How about the Japan one here? Let's see.
Doesn't that say framework?
Yeah, it says framework.
That's trade deal.
That's the outline of the. That's the outline of the trade deal.
This is not a contract.
Trade deal if it's in a PowerPoint. That is
what do you want me to? What do you want me to call the president up and have him send me a copy? Like what the fuck do you want me to tell you? This is what's being recorded.
I can literally show you documentation of USMCA that is contractual. What you're showing me right now is a PowerPoint. Let me show you. Let me show you an example of what a trade deal actually is. Let me look up USMCA.
How far back is your example of the trade deal you're about to show us?
That's the last trade deal we had. That's the last trade deal we had. It was in 2018.
Deals. You're come on, man. You know these are trade deals. You know we signed a trade deal with Japan.
It's a trade deal because you say it's
Argentina. The entire term of Biden,
Come
they
on,
didn't sign
dude.
a single trade deal.
Because you guys can't show me anything contractual. You're saying it's a trade deal because Trump says it's a trade deal.
And
look at that.
Tariffs can't possibly be a fucking trade deal. It's got tariffs, it's automatically not a trade deal. Well, I guess tariffs have nothing to do with the economy. Game over,
as
guys.
of right now,
let's go deal with something else.
As of 2025, it literally says that, just looking at news articles, that the framework for the U.S. Argentina isn't yet ratified. It's in negotiation right now.
Yeah, this shit does take time sometimes, but tariffs
so it's not
can
ratified,
be very
so
immediate.
it's not actually done yet.
Let me see if I can find one
Part
that's
of the
been
reason
ratified.
we use tariffs is because tariffs are something that are immediately implemented. Whereas,
so there's no trade deal.
There's
no trade deal between the U.S. and Argentina yet. There's a framework for what is being negotiated. Right?
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part. Repeat.
So as of right now, there's no trade deal between the U.S. and Argentina. There's just a framework for negotiation.
Sounds plausible. If you have an article saying that, I'll take your word for it.
Well, I'm just going off of what.
Yeah, I might have been. I might have
before.
been wrong here. I'm trying very quickly to find fucking PDFs because the guy was screaming about them. But it sounds like we have a framework that's been. Sounds like we have a framework that's been signed off on. But to say, Snow, would you say that we haven't had any trade agreements in the last 6 months that have been signed? You believe that?
As far as I'm aware, I'm not too sure anything has been signed.
Okay. What about the one with Japan?
Has it been signed? Can you link it?
What the hell
they
is
have an
this?
agreement on what a trade deal would look like, but I don't think there's been anything formally signed with Japan.
Yeah, I don't think anything's been officially signed yet. I think there's been a lot of negotiation. But on top of that, it's kind of hard to negotiate with the country that's flip-flopping on policies every single month, you know? The U.S. Mexico Canada agreement that was signed in 2017 by Trump, that replaced NAFTA. That is what I would say is the last thing that he signed. You know?
Yeah, it says yes, the United States and Japan signed a trade agreement in October 2025. This agreement includes provisions for Japan to invest $550 billion, also reduced Japanese imports to be reduced to a baseline of 15%. Japan will also open its markets to American rice cars and defense equipment.
That's why I might have missed it. If it was last month, I might have missed it. So I will give you that. But
let me see if I can find other ones here.
Dude, you need to show the documentation.
From what I'm reading, we have 16 signed. Argentina might not be one of those.
I just googled that, and it said that they agreed upon framework of a trade deal. I'm gonna try to find the actual trade deal itself, but it says that again, there's just framework.
Also, if I remember correctly, you need Congress to sign a trade agreement, right? You need Congress to ratify it. The president can't just sign.
No, the president.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm gonna time you out for an hour.
Well, wait, Philly, can I plead my case real quick?
No,
please?
you cannot. No, you cannot. Listen to me. So I get who just joined here.
Kevin, we're having a private. Can you leave?
So listen, Condemn.
Okay.
I feel like you come here every day. I think you want to debate, but you need to refine your communication style. I usually just mute, unmute, but I think it's gotten to the point where we need to start documenting and escalating these things, because if you continue to be disruptive or incendiary, we're just going to ban you.
Can you tell me?
I'm going to hit you with an hour right now, and the next time you get muted, you're getting 12.
Can you
and
tell
then the
me?
time after that, it's going to be a day, and then the time after that, it's going to be a week, and so on and so forth. I need you to better refine your communication style when you're debating and work on honesty and integrity.
Okay. Can you explain exactly where? I guess in this last situation, how exactly was I dishonest, and how was I being bad faith in my communication style?
Go ahead, Choltek.
Okay, so when people post up sources and they talk about deals, right? You're saying that it's not a real deal because it hasn't been signed, it hasn't been ratified by literally Congress, and you're saying, oh, it's a framework, it's now a deal. So you disqualify everybody's discussion on it.
Okay, I guess like where is that like being bad faith? I guess because like that sounds like a disagreement to me. That doesn't sound bad faith.
No, that's bad faith because you're not willing to say, okay, so a deal is in process.
Oh right? No, I mean I agreed with that. Like I agreed that it was a
no, you didn't agree with that. No. Don't condemn. I wouldn't have brought this up if you disagreed with it on the premise that yes, it's a deal. No, you disagreed based on the fact that this is not an actual deal. All right.
Okay. All right, Trolltech. Like I'm okay. I'm gonna admit that I was wrong. I'll just take the mute.
All right. So I need you to not